I can't believe what's happening at the Commander's camp. A piece of news hits us right in the heart with an unexpected setback for a promising rookie. But hold on, because while some are down, another hidden talent could be about to explode and dominate the field like no one expected. And to drop your jaw, that enforcer we love so much, who gives it all in every play, is finally getting the recognition deserved among the elite. Want to know the whole truth? This is just for the family, so subscribe right now and hit that like button, because the information coming is pure gold. Commanders fans, this is serious. We just received news that, while it might not seem like a headline-grabbing shocker, it has significant implications for our offensive line, and I'm telling you, we can't ignore it. The rookie, that undrafted, offensive lineman Timothy McKay has been placed on the non-football injury list, the notorious NFI. And I ask you, is this a low blow that stalls our momentum or a sign of the harsh reality in the NFL? I think it's a stark reminder that in this league, every piece matters, and every injury, no matter how small it seems, can change the team's outlook in the blink of an eye. Look, Timothy McKay, fresh out of North Carolina State, wasn't drafted. We know that, but the Commanders saw something in him. They saw that it factor, that raw potential that sometimes only expert eyes like Adam Peters can spot. So much so that they gave him $275,000 guaranteed. Yes, you heard right. $275,000 guaranteed for an undrafted free agent. And this is key because they gave him that money despite him already having an injury that was the main reason he wasn't drafted. Now I ask you, is this a bold gamble by our new management or a master move to secure a talent they believe can recover and be valuable long-term? A real steal if all goes. Well, I'm telling you this, if you pay that amount for a guy you already know is injured, it's because you have unwavering faith in his recovery ability and potential to be an impactful player. It's not a decision made lightly, but here's the deal. Folks, McKay played 56 games over 6 seasons at NC State. That's experience. That's durability at the college level. That's being on the field, battling in the trenches. But now, before the real training camp even starts, before he can strap on pads and compete for a spot, he's already on the NFI. What does this mean for the depth of our offensive line, a position always critical in the NFL? Are we adequately covered if problems persist or if new injuries arise in camp? I think the offensive line is the foundation of everything in this sport. If we don't protect our quarterback, Jaden Daniels, if we don't open huge gaps for the run game, what's the use of everything else? Nothing. I tell you, Dot, we have to be realistic. This isn't the most glamorous news I'm bringing you today. It's not a superstar trade. It's not $1 million contract for a veteran who's going to win us games. But it's news that directly affects us. It affects roster depth. It affects internal competition at training camp. And it affects the options our coaching staff will have when assembling the final roster. Will Timothy McKay recover, catch up with the playbook, and prove why Adam Peters bet so heavily on him with that guaranteed money? I think he has the character to try, but the road is long, rehabilitation is tough, and the NFL, folks, is unforgiving. Time in this league is gold, and every day a player is out is a day they're not developing their potential. Now I ask you, the Commanders family, the people who live and breathe Burgundy and Gold, how concerned are you about our offensive line? Depth with this McKay news? Do you think Adam Peters made a good play by giving guaranteed money to a player with a pre-existing injury? Or was it too big a bet? I want to read your opinions, your arguments, your passions in the comments. Don't hold anything back. If you thought we were done with surprises at this camp, you were wrong. Get ready because there's a name that could dominate conversations at the Commanders training camp. And it's someone many didn't even have on the radar. I'm talking about Tyler Owens, a safety who arrived as an undrafted free agent last year. And now I'm telling you, he has the potential to become a surprise star. Yes, you heard right. An undrafted free agent becoming a star? I believe it's possible, and I'll tell you why. Look, the NFL is full of stories of players with brutal physical talent who never translated into production. And folks, that's been Tyler Owens' problem. This guy is an elite athlete, one of those. Bruce Feldman puts on his famous freaks list, 6 feet 2 inches, 216 pounds, and runs the 40 yards in 4.3 seconds. His explosiveness numbers are crazy, off the charts. But if you watch his Texas Tech tapes, he looks reasonably comfortable dropping into coverage. Sure, but he never made those plays you'd expect from a freak with such capabilities. Now, I ask you, how is it possible for an athlete with those abilities not to dominate the field? I'm telling you this, physical talent is one thing. Mentality, consistency, and execution are entirely different. And that's where Owens has struggled. Remember, Owens was a high-value recruit in Texas, but in 3 seasons, only 152 snaps and 6 tackles. Injuries played their part, sure, but he just couldn't find a way to play. Then he went to Texas Tech, and though he did better, he still ended his college career with less than 1,000 snaps and only 54 tackles in 5 years. That's not what you expect from a freak of his caliber. But there was a glimpse. Just one game against Mississippi in the Texas Bowl where he made 6 tackles and was responsible for 2 turnovers in the last quarter, including an interception against Jackson Dart, who is now a valuable rookie with the New York Giants. Now I ask you, was that the true Tyler Owens, or just a spark of what he could be if he managed to be consistent? I think that's the raw potential, the diamond in the rough that Adam Peters saw and bet on. And here's where it gets interesting, folks. Last year, Owens became famous for his peculiar comments about space and his belief in a flat Earth. Yes, flat Earth. Did that contribute to him going undrafted? Impossible to know for sure. But when he became available, Adam Peters, our new GM, didn't hesitate and snatched him up. And Owens, I'm telling you, paid back that faith by making the final roster. He didn't play on defense, but became a key special teams player, a real core special teamer. Is that his ceiling? Another Jeremy Reeves, an all-pro on special teams? I think he has much more to give. Jeremy Chin left in free agency, and Will Harris is the projected starter at strong safety. Harris has been a consistent player for years, sure, but he doesn't have the athletic gifts of a Kyle Hamilton in Baltimore or a Tyler Owens here. And Harris' contract is backloaded, which means we could cut him after this season with minimal cap damage. This opens the door wide for Owens. The Commanders will be closely watching young guys like him to see what they're capable of. I think Owens just needs high-level coaching to explode and translate that physical talent into on-field production. And guess what? We have a deluxe coaching staff. Joe Wick Jr. helped turn Donovan Wilson into a sack master in Dallas. Jason Simmons, our passing game coordinator, coached Chin when he entered the league. And William Gay, with 11 years of NFL secondary experience. If Tyler Owens is destined to be a legitimate starter, folks, he's in the perfect situation. Now I ask you, are you ready to see Tyler Owens surprise everyone at this camp? Do you think he can go from being a physical freak with a peculiar pass to a freak on the field, an impact player for the Commanders? I want to know your opinion. Commanders. Let's debate. Commanders fans, this is historic. Finally. Our enforcer, our silent warrior, the heart of our defense, is getting the respect deserved. I'm talking, of course, about Frankie Louvu, and I'm telling you this, if there was a player who won over the fans' hearts last year, besides our quarterback Jaden Daniels, it was Frankie Louvu. Look, Louvu arrived as a free agent after 3 seasons with the New York Jets and 3 more with the Carolina Panthers. And his impact was immediate. Not only did he record a personal best of 8 sacks, but he became the emotional heartbeat of our defense. He was named second-team All-Pro for his efforts and catapulted himself as a cornerstone of the franchise. A breakout performer last year? Yes, you could say that. But I believe he's no longer flying under the radar. Not even close. The proof is in ESPN's list of the 10 best off-ball linebackers in the entire NFL. And guess who's there? Frankie Louvu at number 5, behind names like Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Zach Bond, and Nick Bolton. Number 5, a guy who had never been on that list. And not only that, our ageless Bobby Wagner, also second-team All-Pro in 2024, whom we signed alongside Louvu, received an honorable mention. I'm telling you, this isn't a coincidence, folks. This is the result of tireless work, infectious passion, and a work ethic few have dot an anonymous defensive coach said of Louvu. He's been one of the best at setting the tone in the NFL. Another coordinator commented, versatile playmaker in the run game, pass game, and with quarterback pressure. His playing style is everywhere on tape. Need more proof? I think not. Louvu was brought in by Adam Peters in his signing frenzy, and although he wasn't a headliner in a class that also included Wagner, Zach Ertz, and Austin Eckler, he proved to be the most effective veteran player we signed. And I'm telling you, he'll play a starring role again in 2025. His impact goes far beyond stats. He's a player rival fans love to hate, and he embraces that villain role. I tell you, he inspires his teammates with passionate leadership, giving 100% commitment in everything he does, every play, every practice. If he wasn't already a cult legend in Washington, he became one during the NFC Championship game. Remember that moment? He was determined to crush the infamous tush push of the Philadelphia Eagles. He earned 2 intentional penalties, jumping the line before the snap. That frustrating sequence for the average viewer even sparked discussions about banning the play this offseason. That's impact, folks. That's a player who changes the course of a game and even the rules. And here's the cherry on top. The $10.3 million a year he's earning are, I'm telling you, a massive bargain for the Commanders. Louvu was expected to play a more secondary role, a compliment, but instead, he's become one of the best linebackers in the NFL, a real game wrecker. Now I ask you, how far can Frankie Louvu go with the Commanders? Is he the defensive leader we needed to take us to the next level, to the playoffs, to that coveted Super Bowl? Leave me your comments. And let's debate, Commanders. I want to know what you think of our enforcer. And there you have it, Commanders. Today we break down news that keeps us on edge, with ups and downs and surprises only our franchise can give us. First, with Timothy McKay on the NFI list, do you believe this early injury will seriously affect our offensive line depth, or is it just a bump in the road for talent Adam Peters valued so much with that guaranteed money? Then, with Tyler Owens, that athletic freak who might explode at camp, do you have faith our new coaching staff will finally unlock his potential and turn him into the star we all hope for? Or will he remain a mystery? And finally, with Frankie, Louvu receiving the recognition he so deserves, is he the true heart of our defense, the guy who will take us to glory, or does he still have a ways to go to be a legend? I'm telling you this, your opinion, your passion is what makes this community the best. We are a family, the Commanders family, and every comment, every like, every subscription makes us stronger, drives us to keep bringing exclusive truth and the most passionate analysis. If you don't want to miss a single analysis, a single exclusive piece of news, a single passionate debate about our Commanders, then subscribe to the channel right now. Join the family. Hit the bell so you don't miss a thing. And remember, hail to the Redskins!